Hey, good evening, everyone. I know that I'm the person standing between you and cocktails, so I take the responsibility quite seriously. I'll be brief. We are a hemostat company. We are into biomaterials. Our claim to fame was creating products for military to help them control life-threatening bleeding. We've been quite successful at that. We have multiple devices in the market right now in over 50 countries. We have FDA clearances, CE mark, all of that. We primarily started with defense, worked through armed forces around the globe, helping them have something like this. This is a life-saving hemostatic gauze that they carry in their field kits, and they apply when there's life-threatening bleeding. And we sell hundreds of thousands of these products to major armed forces globally. And then we took this military technology to hospital, and we started implementing that for vascular closure, and the latest foray for us is surgeries. In vascular closure, we are the market leader in multiple countries. This last year, we have done about 200,000 closures in femoral and radial arterial closures, completely replacing the need for mechanical closure devices. But today I'm here to talk about our recent innovation that's going for surgery. And we also have a division that goes into advanced wound care from the same platform, which is again a CE mark device currently undergoing FDA review. We have raised over $20 million till date. We do roughly between 4 to 5 million in annual revenues, with operationally profitable in multiple regions, tracking EBITDA profitability by next year. So our range is called AccessStat. It's a 5-year shelf life, biomaterial-based devices, unclassified in the US, class 3 in Europe, approved in about 45 countries. We have a whole range. We're probably the only company globally having a full range of hemostatic devices, right, from pre-hospital procedures and now intraoperative. So, surgeons obviously need better hemostats for the reason that they need to reduce the surgery time before the patient needs to go into longer anesthesia. And there's a cost associated with the surgical time. If you prolong that time, there's a lot of cost associated with that. All are in search of something better. And that's where we developed AX Surgery. This is a device under development for the last 4 years. I'm glad to announce that we just got the FDA clearance like 3 weeks back. This is the first clearance for a biomaterial in this space by FDA. There's a new category that's been created called POD category, completely negating the need for clinical trials to create surgical hemostasis. It's a new category called temporary hemostasis. What it means is FDA recognizes that a lot of these hemostats in the market are, although permanent, doesn't provide immediate bleeding control. And that's where we brought in military technology to surgical table, where you can have instant bleeding control in a matter of seconds and not in minutes. And this is temporary, so you can continue with the surgery and then remove it using normal saline irrigation, and nothing is left behind. And obviously, it takes much more rigor for FDA to clear that, but it's still a 510(k), not a PMA product. So we got the clearance. Ours is the third device in the category to be ever cleared. The first device that got cleared, again, came from US Army called KitClot, got acquired by Teleflex for $500 million. The only 3 devices cleared in the market. So far, ours is the third one. So we are very proud that we got the clearance. It took about 1.5 years with FDA. In the interest of time, I'll skip to the details of the device. It looks pretty much like any other hemostat, but it comes embedded with a radiopaque thread, a surgical fabric. And the beauty of the whole thing is it's still a 100% active ingredient patch, which works on a cationic property. So it doesn't have any blood components. It's pretty clean to use without any complications. It's the first biomaterial-based hemostatic patch ever cleared by FDA in this indication. It goes against devices from Johnson & Johnson, Baxter, which are in the average prices of about $500 or above. This would be somewhere in between $200 to $250 product. So definitely a huge cost advantage when you use them in multiple surgeries. It works on, this is a small video how, what kind of bleedings we are talking about. We're talking about severe bleeding wounds, which are arterial in nature, which has a high spurt difficult to control with a manual compression. You can't use sealants on that because it will just fly off. And that's where the patch which we have developed works. It works on something as simple as something what we call as cationic property, which means it carries a charge. Blood carries a negative charge, and they create a bond which is quite instant. And that's reversible so that surgeons can literally take it out post-surgery and then close the wound. And as you can see, with like minimal compression of about 30 seconds to 45 seconds, it completely controls the bleed and remains in position for as long as you can keep it for 24 hours, and it doesn't dislodge the clot. So it's used for damage control surgeries. It can be used in hepatic resections, even going forward for cardiac procedures. So long possibilities of where these devices can be used. Again, in the interest of time, I'll move on. These videos are available for anyone who would like to see how it works. So we operate in the traditional wound care to advanced wound care market. We have products that go from pre-hospital to procedures to intraoperative in both the hemostatic side and the advanced wound care side. All the devices that we work with are either FDA cleared or CE marked, so they are already cleared and available in the market. Same thing which I talked about, going against Baxter's and Johnson & Johnson of the world. We have a large team. We have our own vertically integrated manufacturing where we manufacture these in millions. We have folks from ex-J&J and expertise from the subject matter experts from the field working with us. We work with Harvard at Brigham's. We just finished a pivotal study on this biomaterial, literally going deep in finding out the science and the mechanism of action, which has never been elucidated. We found the receptors that are responsible for the clotting action, and it's currently under publication right now. We have a large suite of patents, over 21 granted in multiple geographies, many pending right now, and full suite of patents that protects the material to utility and the design of it. So yeah, we have raised over 21 million, fully deployed. We still have good runway based on our revenues that are coming in. We are raising a 15 million Series C round as the next step, and we also have strategic interest on multiple of our assets. We are open to conversations with companies who are interested to partner with us in market entry in the US or in other markets. We are very strong in European market. We have a team over there in Europe with multiple partnerships. So happy to talk, and if you're interested, ping me up. Thank you.